Moving on now to the main session. The players are the entities that in each voyage hold a piece of responsibility, gains, or both. Their individual role in the trade will be explored. Occasionally, seeing things from the standpoint of the other party helps us act more practically and effectively. Let's briefly look at the key players involved in a voyage and their responsibilities. The shipper is responsible for preparing the loading arrangements. The receiver must have safe and adequate facilities ready to take the cargo. The carrier is the party responsible for transporting the cargo safely. The charterer acts as the trade coordinator. The underwriter ensures the ship, the cargo, and related liabilities. The broker serves as the mediator between the charterer and the shipowner. The agent handles port arrangements and local coordination. Class, or the classification society, oversees the technical standards of the ship. The state ensures safety, security, and law enforcement. And finally, the cargo owner, who is the consignee and ultimate owner of the commodity. The charterer is the central figure of the trade. This is the party who contracts a vessel to transport crude oil or petroleum products. A charterer may be a producer, a trader, a refinery, or an end user. Regardless of their background, once acting as charterer, they finance the voyage and coordinate all involved parties. Their key obligations toward the ship manager and the master include legality, proper handling of cargo matters such as sampling and surveyors, nominating ports, and ensuring timely payment of hire. In return, the ship manager and master must keep the charterer informed. This includes sharing ETAs, possible delays, and any emergency situation. The charterer and shipowner agree on the transport terms through the charter party. Charterers tend to focus on commercial performance. Their marine departments review vetting reports, but aside from voyage instructions, they seldom discuss operational or technical matters. Importantly, the charterer is the driving force behind vetting inspections. The charterer aligns the three major participants of the trade: the shipper, the receiver, and the carrier. The shipper must have the cargo ready on time and within required specifications. They are also responsible for cargo documentation, insurance, and legitimacy. All communication between shipper and carrier flows through the charterer. The receiver must offer safe, suitable facilities and available storage space. Likewise, they communicate with the carrier only through the charterer. In practice, communication follows a longer chain: ship to ship manager to broker, broker to charterer, and then the path reverses back to the ship. For example, if the receiver wishes to lighter part of the cargo and blend the rest, this request must first be approved by the charterer. Additional players also take part in the voyage. The broker acts as an intermediary between owner or manager and the charterer, monitoring the execution of the charter party. Underwriters provide insurance. Owners usually carry two types: hull and machinery, which covers the vessel itself, and protection and indemnity, or P&I, which covers liabilities such as pollution and third-party claims. Just as we keep insurance documents in our cars, ships must carry proof of insurance on board. The agent clears the vessel for port operations and relies heavily on local networks. The owner is responsible for the agent's actions, so some owners require their agents to carry liability insurance. Sometimes agents pass instructions from shippers or receivers, but the master must follow only instructions routed through the ship manager. Voyage instructions are executed only with ship manager consent. Class serves as the vessel's technical advisor. The cargo owner is the consignor or consignee and must be clearly identified on the bill of lading. The cargo owner may also be the shipper, receiver, or even the charterer. And finally, port state authorities oversee safety, legality, and compliance. The chartering or hiring process takes place in three stages: negotiations, on subjects, and fixture. In the negotiation stage, the charterer has secured a cargo and now searches for a suitable vessel. Charterers typically work with a specific broker. Once the broker is informed, the cargo enters the market and the broker begins collecting freight offers. The shipowner reviews whether they have a suitable vessel, whether it is available on time, and whether the voyage is likely to generate profit. If conditions are favorable, negotiations on rates and charter party terms begin. On subjects. Once the parties agree on main terms, a working copy of the charter party is created. At this point, the vessel is on subjects. Subjects refer to acceptance requirements at various ports and terminals. For instance, if a vessel once underperformed at an Exxon terminal, it may be banned from the entire Exxon network, causing the subjects to fail. Subjects may also fail for other reasons, such as the charterer failing to secure financial backing, the shipper missing dates, or the receiver lacking storage space. If everything proceeds smoothly, the subjects are lifted, and the vessel becomes fully fixed. The vessel becomes fixed when the original charter party is signed and working copies are distributed. The charter party date is important and often appears in subject lines and voyage communications. It is good practice for the ship operator to send the charter party to the master, along with comments highlighting critical clauses. Once fixed, the voyage phase begins, with all parties monitoring the proper execution of the charter party. What is a charter party? A charter party is a contract between a ship owner and a charterer. It may cover the hire of an entire ship or only part of it. The agreement sets out terms, clauses, freight rates, route, duration, and responsibilities of both parties. Types of charter parties. There are several types of charter parties. Voyage charter, covering a single voyage, though it may include consecutive voyages if allowed by clause. Time charter, where a vessel is hired for a period ranging from months to years. In a time charter, the ship manager handles technical matters and the crew, while the charterer manages commercial operations, including bunkers. Delivery and redelivery notices must state time, date, and the quantities of fuel and fresh water. Bareboat charter, where the charterer takes over full control of the vessel, including technical and commercial management. Charterers may even place their logo on the funnel. Contract of affreightment, an agreement to transport a certain amount of cargo over a defined period using any suitable vessel under the owner's control. Standard charter. Party forms. Standardized charter party forms shorten negotiations because both sides already understand the base terms. Each form has advantages for either the owner or charterer. If there is disagreement on which form to use, the stronger party, usually the one supported by market conditions, prevails. When dealing with oil majors, the charter party form will almost always be theirs, such as ExxonMobil Voy, BP Voy, or Shell Voy. The Aspa Tank Voy. Form. A widely used form is the Aspa Tank Voy, or ASPA. It consists of two parts. Part 1 covers conditions and warranties, while Part 2 contains standard terms common to most oil trades. Additional clauses are added as needed to complete the agreement. Conditions and warranties. Conditions in the charter party must not be breached. If a condition is violated, the charterer may cancel the contract and even claim compensation. For example, the vessel must be able to arrive on time for loading. If delays are expected, the owner should notify the charterer early to negotiate updated dates. Misrepresenting the vessel's position or itinerary may also justify cancellation. Breaching warranties leads to compensation claims as well. If the owner declares an incorrect cargo intake, the charterer may claim losses associated with that error. Key charter party terms. Important operational elements include laydays and canceling, the window within which the vessel must be ready to load. Freight, which may be a lump sum amount or based on the world-scale system. Laytime, the time allowed for loading and discharge and included in the freight. Demurrage, the additional time required beyond laytime, which is paid separately. The world-scale system. World Scale, or WS, is a standardized system used to calculate tanker freight for spot voyages. It provides instant access to hundreds of thousands of voyage assessments and is available year-round. The WS publication gives a flat rate for each voyage. Agreements may be WS 100, equal to the flat rate, WS 150, 50% above, or WS 80, 20% below. For example, a flat rate of $3.24 per ton, agreed at WS 160 with a cargo of 100,000 tons, results in freight of $518,400. Master's responsibilities. Under the charter party. All parties must follow the charter party. For the master, this means focus on terms that directly affect the voyage. Sail with all convenient dispatch, meaning the shortest safe route within reasonable time. Communicate delays as early as possible. Report any instruction that falls outside routine practice. Maintain detailed records of all cargo operations, and do not hesitate to issue letters of protest. These may later serve as important evidence. Post-fixture performance. After the vessel is fixed, the voyage must be carried out exactly as the charter party requires. How should the master approach this challenge? Stay tuned. I will greatly appreciate your comments, and if you like the content of this video, hit the like button. Thanks for watching. For